You are welcome to Cloud Channel. Our aim is to create content that empowers and enriches your knowledge. Together, let's build a thriving community of tech enthusiasts and learners. Let us start. What is CloudTrail? AWS CloudTrail is a service provided by Amazon Web Services, AWS, that provides governance, compliance, and operational logging of actions taken in an AWS account. It captures detailed records of all API calls and events made within your AWS infrastructure, offering a comprehensive audit trail for monitoring and tracking changes made to AWS resources. How AWS CloudTrail works. 1. Data collection. AWS CloudTrail collects logs for API calls made by various AWS services, such as Amazon EC2, Amazon S3, AWS Lambda, and more. It records the caller identity, timestamp, requested resource, and action performed. 2. CloudTrail event history. The collected logs are stored in CloudTrail event history, which is an immutable and encrypted data store. This history acts as a secure and centralized repository for all recorded events. 3. Management events and data events. CloudTrail captures two types of events: management events and data events. Management events are high-level activities related to resource management, such as creating EC2 instances or modifying security groups. Data events, on the other hand, capture detailed information about data-level operations, like object-level operations within an S3 bucket. 4. CloudTrail trail. To enable CloudTrail, you must create a CloudTrail trail. A trail is a configuration that specifies the type of events to log and the storage location for the logs. You can create a trail for an entire AWS account or for specific regions. 5. S3 bucket or CloudWatch logs. CloudTrail can store the collected logs in an S3 bucket or CloudWatch logs. By default, logs are delivered to an S3 bucket, where you can use them for further analysis or archival. Alternatively, you can choose to have logs delivered to CloudWatch logs to facilitate real-time monitoring and analysis. 6. Log file integrity validation. CloudTrail ensures the integrity of log files through digital signatures, which are verified upon delivery. This ensures that the logs cannot be altered or tampered with. 7. Integration with AWS services. CloudTrail can be integrated with other AWS services like AWS CloudWatch, AWS Config, and AWS Lambda. This integration allows you to automate responses, trigger alerts, and gain deeper insights into the activities within your AWS environment. Benefits of AWS CloudTrail. Compliance and governance. CloudTrail enables organizations to meet compliance requirements by providing detailed records of API activity, helping with auditing and governance. Security analysis. The collected logs can be used for security analysis and to identify unauthorized or suspicious activities in your AWS account. Troubleshooting and incident response. CloudTrail logs are invaluable for troubleshooting and incident response, allowing you to track changes made to resources and identify the source of issues. Resource visibility. CloudTrail enhances visibility into the activities of various AWS services, giving administrators a better understanding of how resources are being utilized. AWS CloudTrail is a vital tool for maintaining the security, compliance, and operational efficiency of your AWS environment, providing a detailed audit trail of API activity and events within your account. What are the best practices for working with AWS CloudTrail? Working with AWS CloudTrail involves following best practices to ensure effective governance, security, and compliance. Here are some key best practices for using AWS CloudTrail. 1. Enable CloudTrail in all AWS accounts. Enable CloudTrail for all AWS accounts within your organization. This ensures that all activities and API calls are captured across the entire AWS environment, providing a comprehensive view of actions taken by users and services. 2. Use multi-region trail. Create a multi-region trail to capture CloudTrail logs from all regions where AWS services are used. This redundancy ensures that you have a backup of logs in case of a regional outage or disruption. 3. Encrypt CloudTrail logs. Enable encryption for your CloudTrail logs using AWS Key Management Service, KMS. This adds an extra layer of security to your log data, protecting it from unauthorized access. 4. Centralize log storage. Consider centralizing CloudTrail logs from multiple accounts and regions into a single AWS S3 bucket or AWS CloudWatch logs. Centralized storage simplifies log analysis and ensures consistent access controls. 5. Regularly monitor CloudTrail logs. Implement a monitoring solution to regularly review CloudTrail logs for any unusual or suspicious activities. Set up alerts to notify you of specific events or anomalies. 6. Integrate with AWS services. Leverage CloudTrail integration with AWS services like AWS CloudWatch, AWS Config, and AWS Lambda. These integrations enable real-time analysis, automated responses, and enhanced visibility into your AWS environment. 7. Use AWS CloudTrail Insights. Utilize AWS CloudTrail Insights to detect unusual patterns and potentially malicious activities within your AWS environment. CloudTrail Insights provides intelligent analysis to identify high-risk events. 8. Manage IAM permissions. Follow the principle of least privilege when assigning IAM, identity and access management, permissions. Limit access to CloudTrail logs to only authorized users, and regularly review IAM policies to avoid any unnecessary access. 9. Set up CloudTrail log file validation. Enable CloudTrail log file validation to ensure the integrity of your log files. Log file validation uses digital signatures to verify that the log files haven't been altered. 10. Regularly review and archive logs. Regularly review and archive CloudTrail logs to meet compliance requirements and retain audit data for the required duration. Define a data retention policy that aligns with your organization's compliance needs. 11. Testing and monitoring changes. Before making significant changes to your AWS environment, ensure that CloudTrail is capturing the necessary logs. Monitor and validate logs after making changes to verify that they are captured as expected. By following these best practices, you can leverage AWS CloudTrail effectively to maintain security, compliance, and operational efficiency in your AWS environment. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay updated with our latest videos.